Most people treat risk and danger as the same thing, but they're completely different, and mixing them up leads to really bad decisions. We avoid things that feel risky, but often those aren't actually dangerous at all. Uncertainty is not the same as harm. Risk is about uncertainty. You don't know exactly what will happen. Danger is about harm, something that can actually cause damage, and those two things are not the same. For example, starting your own business is very risky, but not necessarily dangerous. Driving a car every day carries danger, but it doesn't feel risky because we're used to it. Investing in a diversified portfolio is risky short term, but avoiding investing at all can be dangerous in the long term. So what is our intuition versus reality? As humans, we react to worst case outcomes. We consider what is the absolute worst outcome, and that becomes the forefront of what our perception of something is. Emotional discomfort is also something we react to, and is something that we try and avoid at all costs, as it really makes us feel like something is not worth doing. The fear of loss is another contributing factor to what we perceive as either risky or dangerous. The fear of losing money for many people is a major reason to not invest, but the dangers of not doing this in the long run are much worse. In reality, we also need to consider what actually matters. What is the likelihood of the risk happening? What is the likelihood that the danger actually unfolds? How often does this risk or danger repeat? And what are the trade-offs of the certain risks? Do they outweigh the dangers? We often avoid risk because it feels uncomfortable, but the real thing we should be avoiding is the danger. Good decisions are not about avoiding risk. They're about understanding which risks are actually safe to take. A simple way to think about it is this. When you're making a decision, ask yourself, is this actually dangerous, or does it just feel uncertain? That one distinction can completely change the decisions you make. I always consider how bad is the outcome. If you're investing money, the outcome can be both positive and negative, because there's always a chance that you can lose money when investing. However, over a longer period of time, more likely than not with a sensible diversified portfolio, you're more likely to gain money. How bad is the outcome? Coming back to the question, it can potentially be very bad when done in the improper manner over a short period of time. Moving on to the next step, how likely is it? Well, in the investment scenario, over a short period of time, quite likely. There are many, many days within a year where investments go down and drop. However, according to previous market analysis, if invested over a long period of time, it's unlikely that it will go down. So does this decision then repeat? Well, the risk of investment over the short term is very risky. It repeats if you're looking at it every day. If every day you're thinking, I need to remove the money or I need the money, then investment is probably not for you. In terms of other decisions, does the risk potentially repeat? The more something repeats, the higher the chance that it happens. If it is a one-off or if it is a collected risk, then time is a massive impact. If you're interested in clearer thinking around risk, decision making and money, then that's exactly what this channel is all about, and I'll be making more of these videos soon.